Hello, everybody, and welcome. I have been messing with the levels. I'm hoping that putting them back to where they were before is going to get us. So, I don't know what happened with the mic, but uh, I'm hoping that I've got it fixed. I did a lot of things, messed around with it quite a bit, and I'm hoping that we have it fixed. I apologize if there do continue to be any issues. Um, I'm kind of still testing. I just kept starting and stopping the stream because I thought I had something fixed, and then I'd kind of realized I didn't. And so uh, I'm just going to be doing a little bit of testing here as we get started because there's some things that are really hard to test if they're working on stream until you're on stream. and um, while I've got my mic levels working in a lot of different areas, I'm not sure how they're actually sounding through my streaming service. And I can't know how they're sounding through my streaming service until I am actively streaming. So give me a moment. Let me play around just a little bit. Sorry to make you guys wait, but we'll get started here. We're going to read this message and we're going to get started playing here very shortly. Okay, turns out that that was not doing what I needed it to do. So let's try this again. Um, how did I get this working and then it stopped working? Oh, okay. Advanced. All right, let's bump this up 10. All right. I think that that's going to be working better. Again, I'm so sorry. I may actually just stop this one as well, but I've got to test it. So if you're actually watching right now, my apologies, but I've got to test it in the actual live OBS studio because everywhere else things are either working or not working. And this is the only place that I can make sure that this is working here. Um, so again, my apologies, but we're gonna mess with it a bit. We're gonna get it fixed, then we're gonna actually start playing here. Hello. Thank you so much for joining me. I apologize if you were here while I was trying to sort things out. I am having some issues with my mic and the mic settings. I thought it was just with a couple of the games that I was playing, but it seems to be with every game now, and I just don't know what settings have changed. I think I just turned it down way too much, though. So let me bump that back up. You may have to turn me down, but I think having to turn me down is better than having to turn me up. So, again, my apologies. Sorry, I'm messing with my headset. Right now, it's hella boosted, so you're probably going to pick up every tiny sound. I'm not sure exactly how to fix it. I'm not an expert when it comes to microphones, boosting audio, boosting gain, that kind of thing. I have some stuff going on in the background. I've got some programs that I'm using, and something that just changed with the headset, and this is a new headset. It's like a couple months old. I do not want to have to buy another one. I bought like 4 at once so I could try them all. 2 didn't work at all. 1 did work pretty well, and then it just broke. Like one of the sides just stopped working, so I sent that back. So this was the last remaining one out of 4, and I got it working, and it was working just fine up until a couple days ago when it just all of a sudden stopped working. Also, PSA, the phrase is all of a sudden. It is not all the sudden. That is just a pet peeve of mine. I know it sounds like all of a sudden, and so when I just said that, I was like, this is a time to educate the masses. It is all of a sudden. Anyway, that seemed important. So we're going to get started. We're going to do the same thing that we've been doing. We're going to record probably 3-ish recordings. So this is probably going to be 1.5 to 2 hours long. I'm trying to do it a little bit earlier in the day, so hopefully my Polish friend can stop by if he chooses to, but it's going to be about 10 or 11 p.m. his time. So I'll have to do some of these even earlier in the day. It's just harder for me to do them earlier in the day because I always have things going on in the morning and early afternoons. But I'm going to try, because that is literally the whole reason I started doing these as lives, is so that people could actually watch me play in real time and interact, or at least watch where I'm actually at in playing the game, as opposed to where I was 1.5 to 2 weeks ago. So yeah, we're going to get started. Again, I apologize if the volume's kind of loud. Just turn me down. And yeah, let's get in here. So we're going to start recording, so I got to do my intro. Hello everybody, welcome. We are currently playing Occupy Mars. I said in the last video that we were going to stop playing until they did an update. And as you can see, as we just logged in, we got this message, so we're going to go over this. Hopefully this means that this update is fixing this problem. I know that they acknowledged that they were aware of the problem with the quest continuing at least like 3 days ago, and said that they were working on it. So the hope is that this update is part of them working on it, and we can actually continue the game. If it's not, then there's other things that we can do. I just feel like playing. I'm having a lot of fun with this game right now, and I want to continue. We are still doing the live thing, where we're recording it live and in recorded videos at the same time. So if you are interested in going and watching these lives, getting to see the full experience, as opposed to the very slightly edited recordings, then just go to the live tab, and this one is February 17th is what I labeled it. Was Let's Play Occupy Mars February 17th. So yeah, let's read this. So it says, ERA Corporate Transmission Morale Notice. Dear valued colonist, ERA apologizes for the unexpected survival complications during the initial Mars deployment. Incidents included dancing rovers, gravity taking personal leave, impossible tasks, and message failures. While forward-thinking, these were not approved features. We thank all field operatives for reporting malfunctioning systems. Thanks to the information provided, we were able to improve our services. We are pleased to report that systems now operate within acceptable corporate tolerances. Life support supports life. Vehicles mostly remain grounded. Messages are displayed again. Impacted colonists will receive compensation in the form of a special free package from headquarters. Excuse me. Available for collection within a specified time frame. Unclaimed packages will be incinerated to conserve storage space. Thank you for your resilience. Stand by for future missions, news, and updates. ERA, we make Mars work because going home isn't in the budget. So I did read that when I first logged in, and it made me laugh really hard. I thought it was really cute. I do really like the developers of this game, so that's always a big bonus when you're playing a game. So far, I haven't heard anything like wild about them being like terrible people or anything. And I like how they handle things. I left a negative review sometime last year, and they replied to it, and they were like, hey, like, we hear you. We are working on these things, and we would love for you to come back when, you know, we've got the full release coming out and check it out again. I've left it up for right now, but I am going to change it to a positive. I just want to play through this. I want to play through the entire story campaign before I go in and actually update my review and, you know, have that full experience to be able to more accurately give it a review. I'm certain it's going to be positive, though. Even if I have some complaints, but right now, a lot of the complaints are just bug related. There are some things that I think maybe they could have done differently, like the chemistry table. But every game is going to have things that they could do differently. Yay, we're all loaded. Okay, so our quest is still saying nothing's done. I don't know what is required to have that update. Let's check our tablets. Do we have them on us? No. Which room are we in? Oh, I think we're in the storage workshop. Yeah, this looks like the storage workshop. And it's 7 p.m. And I think this is the cabinet I would have put the tablets in. It is. Alright, let's see. We got an update. Available data downloaded. Explore the world to find unique blueprints. Okay, so at least it's acknowledging. Oh. Okay, so is it just saying, but is it not, at least it's saying something, right? It's not just saying access granted. It's saying, like, you have downloaded what you can in here. But is that true for all three of them? And if so, can we make them disappear out of my inventory like the first two did? Okay. So I think it is just telling me that none of these contain useful data on them for me. Which I kind of thought might be the case, but it was weird because we had two that didn't contain anything for us, and those two disappeared. And then the next ones did have stuff on them. Alright, let's check our plants, because our potatoes were almost full grown. And they are indeed full grown now. We made table salt, right? So we can throw these in with like some water and some table salt and see if we can make baked potatoes. That's my guess. You can claim bonus items. Check the messages tab. Launch Pioneer Bonus Pack. Accept to claim bonus items. Requires enough inventory space to fit all items. Thank you for being with us. Lack of space in inventory. Okay, well, your mom has a lack of space in inventory. I bet you didn't think about that, did you? Whoops. You can't put these in there. What am I trying to do? Why am I doing this? Crate. Okay, these ones are all empty. This is the first one we put seeds into, so hopefully these guys are ready to go. They are not. They are not ready to go at all. In fact.
Warning.
Dangerous weather coming in 3 hours. Okay. Oh, we have a botany point, though. That's actually exciting. There's so much for us to unlock here. Okay, so we need to unlock the science bench to get our greenhouses, which is really what I want. As much as I want faster growth.
Technology access level increased.
I do really want faster growth, but I want my greenhouses even more. So let's turn off the power and the water that we're wasting there. Oh, hiccups. Why do I get these every time? Oh, gosh. Thankfully, they usually only last for a couple minutes, so it's not too bad, but every time I record, I get them at least once, I swear. Do we have a water bottle on us? We don't. Our 3D printer's over here. Print a water bottle. Oh, I didn't add it. Thank you, kind sir. I'm gonna run over here to our sink. Is there a sink in the kitchen? Because I feel like there should be. Is it usable? Or is it just decorative? It's just decorative. I mean, the sink in the kitchen should be usable.
Refilled.
That's kind of weird that it's not, to be honest. Alright, so potatoes. Water. And then we had salt somewhere. Is it in one of my chemical things? Chemical fertilizer, thermite paste. I know we made table salt right there. Table salt. Okay, this has got to be something, right? New cooking recipes unlocked. Okay, select recipe. Oh, wow. That's so many recipes. Holy moly. Is that just from trying something? Or did the update automatically? Okay, baked potatoes.
Tornado closing in.
So, potato table salt. Baked potatoes. Okay. And then our recipe is set 180 degrees C for 15 minutes. Start cooking. I don't know if I do like that they added the cooking thing. I think that's kind of a cool quality of life thing where it's not just making MREs for the rest of your life. And he's not super hungry, but he's a little bit hungry. All right, simple potatoes baked until soft and crispy. Nutrition 21 to 27. Modifier hunger depletion reduction, thirst depletion reduction -10. Okay, well. Very nice. I think that the cooking table is cool, and I like the idea. I was saying something else, though, and I'm not sure what it was, so I guess it's not that important. Let's put stuff in our refrigerator, or our storage here, and then we're going to put our potatoes in our refrigerator. We'll put our salt in our refrigerator. Put those up there. Alright. So apparently we need to go scavenge new tablets if we want to unlock our heavy suit and whatever else it was that we actually still need to unlock. I want to check out this tornado, but the windows get too dirty. And you can't see. It's gonna damage my things, isn't it? And then I'm gonna have to make new ones. I want to see the tornado.
Equalizing pressure.
Look at all that energy those are generating.
Equalizing pressure.
It's too dark to see where the tornado is.
Equalizing pressure.
It must not be over me because my body's not being blown around. Oh, is that it over there? I can't tell. I wanted to watch it,
Oxygen
but
detected.
it's too dark. Alright, so we're waiting for our food to our seeds to grow, our plants to grow, so that we can start moving them over, unlock another point or two. Oh, we have another botany point. Oh, no, we don't. It looked... It says 1 up there. Why does it say 1 if it's not, if it doesn't have 1? That's lame. But maybe the update did have it properly show that it's generating, or like maybe it's now properly generating points as you have stuff growing, unlike before where it did not seem to be doing so. This says we're at 10.83. How fast does this change? Alright, not very fast. Alright, so we'll check back in a little while and see if it's higher than 10.83. I'm going to repair this. And then maybe we'll go scavenge again. Just to... I'm not going to go on a big multi-day trip. Where are we at in our minor journey? ANFO explosives, and we did create uranium rods. I'm still annoyed about that. We did create uranium rods. We've created more than one. ANFO explosives. Nitric acid, ammonia, methane. Kobe, will you shut my door? Ammonia. We had ammonia though, right? Nitric acid. I need 2 oxygen bottles. Because I can't make nitric acid over here, I don't think. I don't think that's one of the things we can do. We have sulfuric acid, methane. Yeah, no nitric acid. So we will make 2 oxygen bottles. And then we needed methane. We'll make 4 methanes. We'll go fill these up. I'm starting to learn my way around. Oh, I made that. I was messing around with decorations after I stopped recording, and I wasn't sure how they worked, so I wanted to test it, and so I slapped that down. That's obviously not going to live there. I just was seeing how it worked. Fill oxygen bottle. Fill oxygen bottle. What was, I didn't even pay attention to which one it was. Ostwald process. Okay. Set recipe. Set recipe. Start reaction. Okay, so we have our Ostwald process going. Our methane is very slowly being made. We've got our chemical fertilizer, aluminum. Our tornado seems to have stopped. let's go outside, actually. I want to see
Pressure.
if our solar panels... Okay, so we had that auto cleaning of the solar panels, and I was very curious how long it took them to clean themselves, but it would appear from a distance that they are all clean. Like, completely clean. That's crazy. That's wild, honestly. I didn't expect that. I thought that they would clean themselves, but I didn't realize they would just stay clean, so that I would never have to worry about them being dirty again. That's awesome. Alright, is that our... It's our water pump. Why don't we have anything stored? So we're using 46 liters per hour. But we don't have anything incoming? I don't think I know how these work. I'm gonna be real honest. I don't think I know how these work. I wish a couple of you guys that comment on my videos were watching right now so you could tell me, because I thought I understood, and it would appear that I don't. Alright, well now this is saying storage. Okay, so maybe I just wasn't showing the storage. I was just showing what was being used and what wasn't. So we have about 5,500 liters stored of water and 12,000 liters stored of oxygen. All right, that's much better. So at least I know they're working. And then I have this oxygen going into my base, but I don't know. I just realized I've got this stored, but I don't have it going anywhere. I guess if it gets down to a situation where this one's empty, I can always connect this one. Otherwise, I can just connect this one straight to a different base, or I can make another Sabatier over here. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll make a Sabatier right here and put all three of these in there. I don't know. I don't know right now.
Visualizing external oxygen detected.
I wanted to come in here and see how much external oxygen we had, since we had that huge tank and it's connected. I wanted to see if it was filling up our base with lots of oxygen, and it does appear to be. Alright, let's let him sleep real quick. We'll just have him sleep the optimum amount of time right now, and then we're going to take off. I'm not even going to grab a bunch of stuff. I should probably at least empty his inventory. As much as I hate the fact that going on trips means that I have to do a whole process, it's kind of how it is. I don't want to make I want to make a storage cabinet. And I'm just going to put everything in here. Literally everything. And I'm going to do this each time we go on a trip. Although I really did want to make... Okay, maybe these I won't put in there. Because I want to very quickly organize these. So that I can have like a master box full of stuff that has a little bit of everything in it, or have like a master couple boxes. I think one stack of everything is going to take 2 boxes, but regardless, I want to combine and condense as much as possible so that I can not have to carry 5 boxes, just to make sure that I have enough stuff on me in case I do find myself in a situation where I need to make a survival pod or whatever. Okay, that's the most I can take out because for some reason the box goes right here and you cannot move it. Alright, we're going to use this top row to have 1 stack. What are these? Steel plates. Stack of electric motors. I think these are my uranium rods. I don't think I'm going to need them for anything. Solar cells. Aluminum. Just fill out that stack. Screws. Alright, let's move stuff off of that second line now. Aluminum. Plates. Glass plates. Alright, that's one of like everything, right? Oh no, we don't have cement out. Okay, cement. I think that's one of everything. So, if we drag it all in here, whoops. It won't let me just drag it into there. Hopefully this all goes into the same one then. Take out the duplicates. I don't know why that is duplicating like that. I don't need the uranium rods. I need the cement. Alright, solar cells, small pipes, steel plates. I probably need a couple stacks of steel plates. Lots of screws, aluminum plates, cement, electric motors. Let me move this. Oh, glass plates. We need those, and we don't have those in there. Okay, so this is my master one. So what else do we want to fill this with? Alright, there we go. And now all the rest of these can go in all of the ones after that. Well, that's not what I wanted, but whatever. Good. And now, this far one is just going to be my I dumped everything here right before I left box. So that when I come back and I'm like, where did I put the stuff that I didn't think I was going to need? It's all in here. And then let's check the truck and see what empty boxes I have. Because I'll just keep like at least 2 empty boxes of everything. Maybe 3 or 4 empty boxes of for circuits and drives. in the truck at all times so that I am always ready to leave. We don't need this many of any of this. Alright. We will keep 2 of each of these. So 2 things of oxygen, 2 things of carbon dioxide, 2 things of water, extra helmet, extra battery, extra hose, extra cable. Then these should all be empty. That one is not empty. Okay. So we need another... Well, we probably don't need another box for chemical supplies. We don't really get a lot of those. But we have 3 boxes for building supplies. We'll need 3 boxes for circuits and pen drives. And take the cordless drill out because that doesn't need to be in there. Alright, and then let's go make our boxes.
Equalize external oxygen detected.
Box for circuits and pen drives. We'll make 3. Let's make a box for rocks, just so we have one in there. Alright. Oh, our methane finished. We should use that before we go. And I probably don't have whatever in my inventory anymore that I needed. What were we making? The ANFO or whatever it was called? ANFO. We needed nitric acid and ammonia. So we were making nitric acid. Did we not make that? Did that not work? Oh no, it did work. Okay. So ANFL explosives. So we just needed ammonia, which is up in the storage unit or storage container that we left up here. It's getting dark. Okay, where was the full one? Here. And I just want ammonia. What's the chemical symbol for ammonia? Not any of those. Hydrogen. Try to figure out where I'm missing it. I could have sworn I had ammonia. I thought that was the only one I did have.
Available point for technological advancement.
I guess not. Oh, let's check our botany. It was what, 10.83 when we last looked? Yeah. So botany is not, still not generating while we're growing stuff. So I guess we have to make ammonia. We needed waste. I think we have waste in here. Oh, I have another one in here. There's ammonia. Okay, I did have it. I'm not crazy. There we go. So now we can make our ANFO explosives, which we need to unlock our miner. And now, I don't want these all in here if they're also going to be up top, but I think, I don't know. I'm going to have to figure out where I want my storage. I don't like the fact that I have storage all over the place, is what I'm trying to say. I don't like that. So I will need to determine where I'm going to keep everything. But these are all my empty boxes. That's my master box. I can keep the cordless drill here. I think that is actually a good spot for it. How long is this going to take? Not very long. It did not take long at all. So now I just need to make uranium rods. Alright. Let me just check this one more time. I don't think it's here, but... Okay. Alright, so uranium... rod. Their little search thing does not function very well. Uranium enriched setup. Need uranium, nitric acid, and sulfuric acid. Do I have sulfuric acid? I don't know if I do. I know I can make it though. What do I need to make it? Sulfur and a water bottle. But I think I probably have it. Let's go up top. Let's grab some uranium. I definitely think that I need to keep the chemicals and the boxes of rocks down there. But I think I'm okay to keep the circuit boards and the building supplies up here. Which means I should probably also keep the bottles of oxygen and all that kind of stuff down there. Because those are often needed. Just checking for any other... Yeah, we'll take the water bottles. Man, I keep not taking my, like, Adderall and stuff like that, and then it'll be, like, 6 p.m. before I realize that I should have taken it. Okay, these do not need to be down here. In fact, most of this doesn't need to be down here. These can go in here. So I can just grab them easily when needed. I have so much carbon dioxide. We'll throw those into one of those and then take it upstairs. We literally don't even need this anymore, so that's going to go upstairs. This will stay down here. This can go into a chemical box. Box for rocks will go upstairs. Fuses will go upstairs. Hoses will go upstairs. But the rocket fuel will stay down here. And then I wanted my chemical boxes, although I need them right now. So actually no, but my rocks. Oh, those are my empty boxes of rocks. Okay. Sorry, this is probably mildly annoying, but this is part of the gameplay, is organizing stuff around your base, so I'm not gonna let myself feel too bad for showing it. Also, my base didn't break when the tornado went over it. I really thought I was gonna have to pull some shit out and repair it. We'll just make this one our main storage for our boxes. Are these both empty? No, that has pen drives in it. This one is empty. Okay. We can make an empty one by pulling all these pen drives out, I think. Although I'm not going to be able to grab them from here. There. All right. Good. Now we have our empty one again. Let's run. Why does he get fatigued so fast right now? It seems like he's always getting fatigued right now. Like, he's getting tired so fast, and I don't understand why. We just gave him a nap. He's fine. I think maybe it's just that I'm working overnight, and I'm not used to working overnight with him. Because I used to sleep all the time overnight because it was too cold out to do anything, and I didn't have enough going on to justify working all night, so I just put him to sleep. But now I do have a lot of things going on, and I can be outside, and so the sun means nothing to me, just like in real life. Alright, and then here's all of our empty boxes. These are empty as well. Should we'll just put them here. There we go. So we have our extras for everything, and then all of our empties. We don't have any extra food in there. We probably should have at least some food. And at least some of
Suit power 75%.
Some food and some first aid kits. But we'll probably combine them again if we run out of space.
Zero oxygen detected.
Let's so we needed uranium. Where did I put the uranium? Where did I put that box of rocks? Is that with me? Oh, it is. I do have it on me. Okay, so now we need to make two uranium rods. I'm missing sulfuric acid. Well, then I must actually be missing it because I have all of the chemicals with me as far as I'm aware. I need sulfur. Is that what was in here? That was silicone. Silicon. Why do I have just aluminum and uranium in here? Alright. Do I have sulfur? Yeah, okay. It's so weird how sometimes it seems like it will pull from your inventory and then sometimes it seems like it won't. Alright, you get back in there. And then how many sulfuric acid did we need? We'll make 2. Actually, we might need more than that. Did the update make that print faster, or are we just selecting print recipes that print really fast? Because it seems like it's going real quick, every single thing that we put in there today. Okay. Set recipe. Start reaction. Alright, we are 100% making uranium rods now. This had better count. We're gonna wait for that, then we're gonna check our seeds. Hopefully that finishes. We can start another one. Yay! They finally grown. And now I don't have my planter on me. Okay, I am slightly turned around right now. Okay, so that's my living area, which means that we need to go up this direction to go get my planter and my tray. I really wanted him to sleep at night here, but then I just had him be up all day. or up all night. Because I didn't want to be driving around at night, is what I was getting at there. Okay, my planter and my crate. Alright, those will... Like, the plan was that that particular storage unit, container, whatever, was going to be what I used as I was walking out the door to just get rid of anything in my inventory so I could go run and do things really quick. But... that's not how that worked out. Because I decided after I put everything in there that I had other things to do. When I put him to bed, I'll end this particular recording. I do hope that I get enough people that start watching me that I can have people in my lives when I'm doing stuff like this. Just because I think it would be fun and cool, you know? Wait, why is this empty? Did I not put all my... Okay, I'm just an idiot. Whatever. Also, where's the one that I'm missing? I'm missing one. Where'd he go? Oh, I already planted him. Okay. But I was saying that I hoped that I will, at some point, soon-ish, get enough people who actually watch my lives so that I can interact with you guys. You guys can give me your thoughts as I'm going, because once I got that idea, I was like, that would actually be really fun. And really cool, you know? As much as I'm antisocial, I'm not actually antisocial, I'm just shy. And I get nervous in social situations. This is a bit different. Actually, no, I would still get nervous. I just think it would also be fun. Because if I'm doing like a WoW live and I get 1 or 2 people in there, I get super nervous as well. Also, people have been watching the replays of my lives, so if you're watching the replay, that's awesome too. Say hi in the comments, I appreciate that as well. I was not expecting literally any views on the replays. I figured anybody who didn't catch it live would just watch it on the actual recorded videos later. But they're getting some views and some comments, and that's cool. Whoops, not what I meant to do. Oh my god. Alright, so we need to replant. That's our fridge. Let's plant some more potatoes. It looks like we don't have any more beets, so it's going to be all potatoes. Actually, I don't know if that's going to be enough. Okay.
New message.
A meteorite has fallen in the vicinity. Vicinity? In the vicinity. I want to do the lowest one first. Get rid of some of these stacks. I like the sound it makes. It's like... Close these. Set everything to required values. All right. Look at our babies grow. I'm surprised that that didn't give us another point. That was a lot of botanying for that to have not given us anything. Wrong room. Alright, check our chemical process. We got 1 uranium rod. Oh, do I only have 1 out of 2 nitric acid? Great. I don't remember which one we did to get the nitric acid. Was it near the bottom? I don't think it was on the 3D printer either, was it? Oswald process. We need 2 oxygen bottles. I do not see it. I would put it in the search, but I don't trust the search engine. Or function. No, it doesn't look like we have it. Nope, we have 1 million carbon dioxide bottles, but not oxygen bottles. So let's just 3D print a bunch of oxygen bottles, because we keep needing them, and we don't have extras. And we have so much oxygen pumping through the base right now that we have more than enough. Yeah, I don't know if they improved the speed of that or what. But that's awesome if they did. I hope this pulls the oxygen from the air. I think it does. That way I have unlimited. Okay, no bottles to fill. And then we'll put these all in here, except for the ones that we need. There, and then we can just easily grab oxygen if we need it for any process. Alright, we'll make nitric acid, and then I'll put him to bed, I guess, middle of the day, but that's fine. Is this counting the 1 I have made out of 2? Just says requires making uranium rod times 2. Oh, I went backward. Right, I'm gonna let him sleep a solid 8 hours. What time is it? It's 10:41, so 8 hours is gonna be 6:41, right? And that is... Oh, he's hungry. He's very hungry. Okay, my bad. Right now I don't need sleep. You're crazy. You keep telling me that I do. I gotta keep checking my phone to make sure that my dog is not ready to be picked up from the groomer. So I run an online shop, a very small Etsy shop, right? And I love when people will order something from Etsy. You send it, they have all of the proof that you sent it, and then they'll be like, can you replace this item because my carrier didn't deliver it? I'm an Etsy shop, I'm not fucking Amazon. Like, no, I'm not going to replace your item because the mail carrier didn't deliver. That literally comes out of my pocket. And Etsy Shop is not a big company. Like, that literally means can you give me free stuff because my carrier did not deliver it? Like, no. Like, I cannot do that. All right, so I got to take care of this. So give me just a second. Actually, since we just put him to bed, this is actually a really good place for me to end the recording. So I'll stop that here. As always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful one. Goodbye. And then for the live, I will actually be right back. Okay, we are back. I've hopefully taken care of that. So far, any single time somebody has said that they have not received their package, a little pressing, and they end up finding it like at a neighbor's house, or the delivery driver just put it on their porch instead of in their mailbox like usual, or something happened and it got stuck at the post office, or somebody else in the house took it inside and then forgot to tell them. And it's like their knee-jerk reaction every single time something doesn't arrive is immediately to rush to Etsy and be like, can you replace this? Like, it's never, let me look around and see what other things might have happened to my package. It's like literally the second that something says it was delivered and they don't have it in their hot little hands, they go, okay, you need to replace it. I want a free item. And like, no, I literally cannot afford that. Like, I literally had to put some groceries back yesterday because I didn't end up having the money in my account. I cannot afford to put together an item. So to take the hour it takes or more just to put together these items, then take it to the post office, ship it out. So I also have to pay for shipping for most of these because most of them are over the free shipping threshold. So then I have to pay for shipping. And now I have done everything I am supposed to do. I have paid for the supplies. I have put in the labor. I have driven to the post office. I have shipped the items out. There is nothing else that I could possibly do in that situation. And then to be like, can you now do all of that again for no fault of your own? Like, no, I can't. I literally cannot afford to do that again. I am very sorry. Again, if you're ordering off of Etsy, you are not ordering off of Amazon. Like, don't order off of Etsy if you want the Amazon treatment. Order off of Amazon if you want the Amazon treatment. Or some other big company where they can absolutely afford to replace your items without even blinking. It's not going to even cause a blip in their financial radar. Whereas if you order off of Etsy, sometimes things get lost in the mail, and that does not mean that the person that you ordered from can afford to just send it to you again. No big deal. Like, that's literally dinner money sometimes. And you're just like, you should just give it to me for free. Like, I'm not going to do that. Anyways, sorry for the rant. It's not that I don't feel bad for them either. If I order something off of, especially off of Etsy, where it's like handmade and it's hand curated, and therefore it's going to be something I care about even more, then I definitely am going to be very disappointed if I don't get it. And I'm not saying that the buyer should then just have to suck it up. Etsy has both the post office and Etsy have different things you can do in that case. But it is not run to the buyer and tell them that they should just give it to you again, right? Like, that's not fair on either party. So I think my annoyance just comes in the fact that that's everybody's knee-jerk reaction. Because they always do it before, like, if I tell them, like, oh, well, go and check, see if they delivered it somewhere else, these are always things they have not yet done. I am not joking when I say they notice that it says it was delivered, they don't have it, and the first thing they do is get on their phone and send a message saying, I want a replacement. And it's just wild. Or a refund. Anyway, I need to stop ranting. I think part of this is also PSA. Like, if you order from an actual legitimate small business, know that you're taking a risk and don't treat them like they're a big business because they can't afford it. Like, a lot of small businesses, the people who are running them are pretty broke. So they're doing what they can to stay afloat. All right, let's start this recording so I'll stop ranting. Hello, welcome. We are playing Occupy Mars. We are on day 70. It is the end of the day. We're going to putter around the base, take a nap in the morning, and then head out. And we're not going to do a big scavenging trip. At least that's not the plan. That's not what I want to do. I just want to go and try to find another couple tablets, see if we can't unlock some of those last things that we need to unlock. Right now we're going to go and check our chemical process and change out our suit battery, which I think is in here. Yeah, it is. There we go. Then let's go check our chemical process, see if we got another uranium rod. Or no. we had what we needed to make another uranium rod. There we go. Alright, we're starting that reaction. I'm disappointed that we don't have another botany point. We were getting them so fast, and then we did all of that, moving everything from one to the other, and then that didn't count. Our plants are going pretty well, though. The beetroot plants grow a lot slower than the potatoes. Alright, what else is there to do for a bit while we wait? Wander around? Because we've already pretty much prepared our inventory to go on this trip. So we're literally just waiting right now for that. Is there anything else that needs to be repaired? It doesn't look like it. We do need to drop some of the supplies in our inventory off. Put the potatoes back in there. We can put the plant crate back in there. We can put the plant grower back in there. We need to put this waste with the other waste. Put that back up there. We're not going to be doing any more chemical processes, so we can also get rid of some of the stuff here. Throw that in there. That needs to go with the other building supplies, which are upstairs. This better count. Alright, we have now made, for sure we have made 2. I would love if we can go have part of our trip be to set up a miner. Requires creating uranium rod too. Okay, so where does it want me to create these? Because I think it is undeniable that I have now created them. It can't be in here, right? Because it's not in here. Alright, this is going to be a go check online thing. Occupy Mars. Create uranium rod times 2 miner requirement. Okay, this says I need a uranium centrifuge. Okay, okay, so here it says, this person says, when trying to unlock the small miner, one of the requirements is to make 2 uranium rods. Made 7 so far and it won't unlock. It says I need to make 2 still. Also, when making explosives, it says it makes it, but they don't appear. Okay, that's a different thing. Oh, but there's no responses. This is just a bug tracker. Damn it. I'm looking on Reddit right now. I know I'm not talking. One of the benefits of life is I know I'm not talking right now, but it's because I'm trying to read and I can't read and talk. Alright, nobody's talking about this that I can see, except for the one person who's obviously also having the issue, so. I don't see a solution for this other than what it says in the, like, Google, it's not Google that I'm using, but the AI version response. And I don't see anything else that corroborates that, but it says that we need the centrifuge, but I think that that was before they had the chem lab unlocked and had you make everything different. Oh wait, no, it literally says uranium centrifuge right there. I guess that would be why I needed to create uranium rods. Okay, no, I'm an idiot. All right, that's it. I'm just a dipshit. Let's come out here and make this. I remember using the centrifuge before, now that we're talking about it. I wasn't paying any attention to the centrifuge being on there. So I guess the AI, as much as I will complain about it existing, no, it's not that it exists that I have a problem with. It's how people use it. As much as I was complaining about it, oh, electronics we didn't grab. It was correct. So that was how I needed to make the rods. So I need uranium, a medium circuit board, and then we don't have electronics in our master box. And that is good for us to know right now. What is the electronics little icon? That. Do I literally only have 4? There's no way I only have 4, right? Because that would suck. Remember when I was talking about how when I played before, I I remembered that there was a period of time where I was just constantly looking for electronics, and that hadn't been a problem this time, and that I wasn't sure if they just made them more readily available now or what. Alright, so we have small, so we need some more mediums and larges. Okay. And I wasn't sure if that was just a gameplay difference, you know, they had made them more available or not, or if I just hadn't run into the issue yet. And we now have an answer. Well, a probable answer. Is that, I can't tell if that's mechanics. Okay, that is mechanics. Right, I didn't realize that wasn't chemistry. We'll put these small ones in here. And have there we go. And have a master circuit board box as well. There we go. What else did we need? Uranium, right? That's not in here. No, that wouldn't be in here. Oh, we need fuses. We need to keep the fuses on us. Alright, how hard is it to make electronics? Not very. Alright, I guess now we'll see if everything really does get made faster, which I would say, looking at that, it does. Alright. I want to hurry because now the sun's up and I want to get on the road. And then that in there. Alright. Back out we go. Way down we go.
Equalizing pressure.
Yavka told me that I needed to focus on building wells and an electricity grid. I don't think Yavka had seen this yet. Because I don't think I need to focus on building wells or an electricity grid right now.
Warning.
No, not dangerous weather, because that means that I can't go out and do what I was going to do. I mean, I guess it's better that I saw that now than that I didn't see it until I was out, but I don't know what the input on this is. Oh, just electricity. Okay. Alright, yep, I remember using this. Oh, 40 kilowatts. $40. God, jumping onto this is going to be annoying. Do I need... Wait, how do I put... Oh, okay, there we go. There we go. Now that's going. I guess we can head... I mean, we can't right now because we have bad weather coming. But... And of course it has to come during the day and not at night so that we could make the most of the evening. And just sleep through it. But, we can just head toward the heavy rover and see what we find. I don't know how the teleporting works, by the way. I still haven't figured that out. I don't know if I need a hangar, because nothing on here like says, oh, automatically teleport something here. So I don't know. I mean, that's the only thing I could think of, is that you teleport it back to your hangar, right? Like, that makes sense, I think. Do I want to head that direction and just build a survival pod before it hits? Or do I want to wait it out here?
Equalizing pressure. External oxygen
I think I
detected.
want to head that direction, actually.
Equalizing pressure.
And then when I get the, warning, dangerous weather coming in 1 hour, I'll stop. Or maybe I'll stop and do it at 3
Available
hours.
for technological advancement.
We've not gone this direction at all yet. We've gone like basically every other direction, but not this one. So I think anything out here should be brand new. Is this sand or rock? Yes. It is sand and rock. I don't want to drive on these dunes, so I hope they don't last very long, because this is going to be super annoying. Ooh, you get lots of air, though. Look at that. Look at us go. As long as we land flat, we're fine. It's when you land sideways that's the problem. I don't even know why we're driving out to the heavy rover, because it's not like I can take it back, otherwise I lose my truck. So I think it's just a direction to go. We can go visit it. I don't know, maybe bring it back and then get the truck back later, because I think the rover is more useful than the truck itself. I really hate driving over these dunes. These are awful. I'm not seeing anything either. Like, outposts and stuff. But part of that might be because we don't have a great view in the distance. Alright, there's some. Wow, there's 3. All within view. Like, easy. 4. There's a 4th one over there, too. Well, that's good. Alright, so we have something to do for a bit. And I said we weren't going to be out on a multi-day trip, but this is definitely going to be a multi-day trip, because we're going to have to be in the survival pod for a little while. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, is this another rover?
Available point for technological advancement.
Hi, baby. This is the one that sang itself happy birthday, right? And said, like, had the most heartbreaking end message. Isn't that this one? Let me see if it's Perseverance. Perseverance. Rover. Last message. Wow, I wrote Perseverance. I know how to spell it, but that's not how I wrote it there. The rover's last message to mission control was, "My battery is low and it's getting dark." But I think they're saying that's not it, actually. But that's the one that went around, and it was very sad. In the days following, the phrase separated from the context of the thread and made its way beyond Twitter. People started talking about it as if they were actually the exact last words the rover said. Okay. Margolis then explained that he was simply providing a poetic translation of what 2 NASA scientists told him. Oh, this is Opportunity. It's not even Perseverance. Okay. Opportunity, it basically said we had no power left, and that was the last time we heard from it. Okay, so it was Opportunity, not Perseverance. And it said, I have no power left. So, not my batteries are low and it's getting dark. But, oh my gosh, this is the one I know the most about. Now, clearly I don't know that much about it because I just mixed it up. But, wow, look at it. Oh, they did such a good replica of it, too. Wait, what can I take?
Circuit box.
Oh, I picked up a pen drive. Nice. Does it have any more pen drives in it? No. Oh, we're gonna have to make a shrine. Every single rover gets a shrine. Every single one. This shrine is more important than my Okay, we're gonna put this light pole closer. Every rover gets a shrine. I'm such a freaking nerd. It like literally makes me a little teary-eyed. And I'm like, oh my god, there it is. Every rover gets a shrine. You think I'm kidding? I literally have tears in my eyes. I am such a fucking baby. Look at it. Look at it. Okay. Well, we're building our safety house here. Oh, man. Wait, I want to take a screenshot.
Warning.
Oh, it's coming in 1 hour. Okay, get off my screen so that I can take a screenshot. Alright, last screenshot. Survival capsule. Alright, and then wind turbine to power you. There we go. Now that has power. We'll shut the door. Alright, where's my tablet? Can I get my tablet and get back? I can. Hell yeah. At least we'll have something exciting to look at, or something not exciting because it'll be yet another dud. Right on time. Okay, let's hope with me that it's not empty. Available data downloaded. Okay. It's Dust Devils. Dust Devils aren't the worst. You can drive around with them, but they're a little risky. I don't know how long they usually last. Well, that's a shame. Our tablet didn't have anything on it for us. Let's eat. Alright. I don't know how long they usually last, so we'll sleep till 4. What time is it? 2? Yeah. That's a couple hours.
Available point for technological advancement.
Alright. They appear to be gone. I'm going to leave this up because we've got all of those spots nearby to explore. So, might as well. We can just come back here. What do we have to scavenge? More rocket fuel. First aid kit. Electronics. Should we scrap this real fast? I think these might have rubber in them. I'm not sure. I really haven't been having the problem of not having rubber, so I don't know why I'm still like hung up on it. It was a very temporary problem that I had, and has not been a problem ever since. Well, that only did one of them. I thought it was doing like the set. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and grind everything down. That's not what we're out here for. It's just hard to resist because you're like, but there's free materials just sitting out here. Let's mark. Can we see this from a distance? Yeah, but we'll still mark it. We'll mark our pod. Mark pod. There we go. Pod. Oh. Pet the baby. So much bigger than Sojourner. So much bigger. Alright, I have a good feeling about this one over here, so let's go over to this one. I was really hoping that was going to be flat over that lip, but... How many more are out there? Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Damn, look. There's so many. One, two, three, four, and that's not even counting the like 2 or 3 I saw over there. Alright, so I said this wasn't going to be a multi-day trip. There's a possibility that this is going to be a multi-day trip. Ooh, this is a greenhouse. Can I scan the clothes? Is there anything to scan I have not scanned? Appears not. There's beer bottles on the ground. Alright. Do we have good luck? Let's find out. Nope. What type of seed is that? It looks like pumpkin or tomato. I can't tell. We gotta grind a little bit at each one so that it appears on the map that we've been there. Or maybe you just have to show up. I don't know. The person who had made the comment said if you grind enough, it'll turn brown. But it might just be that you have to have been there. Nope. None of that I just did is what I wanted to do. That was very shimmery. Okay. Oh, another seed magazine. I almost missed it. Alright, now is there anything I'm missing? I'm still missing a few recipes, a few decor recipes. Oh, missing this little plant. But apparently I have all of this. Alright. Is there really like nothing in here? Let me just turn that off. Make sure I'm not missing anything in here, but no, it appears everything's outside. Or in here. Whoops. If you jump at an angle, it doesn't work. I don't even think I have my empty boxes in my inventory. I think I'm just straight up throwing stuff into. Yeah, I didn't even grab them. I guess that one was pumpkin, by the way. The one I wasn't sure if it was pumpkin or tomato. Here's our tablet. Lots of seeds. There's something right there that we're missing. Alright, decor scan. Oh, what was that? Where did it go? I saw it and then it disappeared. What is that? Bottles. Okay. Oh, I guess we have to scan each individual bottle. we get them all now? I thought we still had to get the green one. I guess not. This little lamp. I know I'm missing at least one plant type as well. And I'm missing the radio that they give you at the very beginning. Because somehow I missed that even though I could have sworn I picked the radio up. But there does not appear to be a radio there. Okay, let's turn this off. Small circuit board. Which one of these is open? This one. Boo. Alright, we will head to the truck. Where the hell is the truck? There it is. We'll head to the truck and then we'll go sleep at the pod so it'll stop telling me that I need to sleep. And then we'll get up in the morning and head back out here. Oh, look at it. Look at it. Look at its little light. It looks so much better in the dark. Look how cool that looks. It's going to look even better when my pod isn't here and it's just going to be the little light on it. I think that's so cool that they took the time to model these and place them. I wonder if they placed them like where they actually were as well. I don't know where we are. We're in Nili Fosse Jazero. NASA's Perseverance rover landed in Jezero crater on February 18th, 2021, a 45-kilometer wide crater located in the Nili Fosse region on Mars. The site was dedicated due to its blah 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 blah. The rover has explored the crater floor, finding igneous rocks altered by water. Okay, so we are in fact where it was operating, so it makes sense that it would be here. Man, there's a lot of exploratory areas here. Okay, so I was correct that there is a mid color because I think it turns yellow when you've done some stuff there. So maybe it's yellow if you've just visited, and then it's brown if you have scrapped. I think that they could have chosen colors that are a little bit more noticeably different. Like, oh, it's green, and then it turns yellow, and then it turns red. Or something. That would be more noticeably obvious.
External pressure dropping.
Ooh. Oh.
External pressure dropping. Suit power, 75%.
Rest bonus 7 hours. We will eat. Oh, I should have eaten one of those, but that's all right. And then his hydration isn't that bad. We can just really quick recharge his suit battery though. And by really quick, I mean pretty slowly, I'm sure. Yeah, really slowly. Holy moly. Okay. This might not even be worth it. Is my dog ready yet? I was supposed to, while my dog was at the groomer, work. I was supposed to work. And instead I did this. Which means I'm going to have to work when he gets home. Which is always harder. Okay, that's enough. That's enough charging. Alright, let's see if he's ready to go yet, though. Your pet is ready for pickup. See you soon. They sent it a half hour ago. Okay.
New message.
Okay. We're going to leave him in here. Actually, I want this to be my save photo. Because it saves whatever you're looking at. See? And then we're going to call it here. So let me just end the recording. Actually, we are going to... So we made it back. Slept a bit. It's now the morning. But we are going to actually call it there. I've got to go pick up my dog, and this video has been long enough. And then the next day we'll go out and we'll go exploring more and see if we can hopefully find any tablets that have points on them that we could use. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Have a great one. Goodbye. Okay, that's it. We're going to stop the stream. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching the replay, because nobody watched it live. And